Welcome to another episode of The Latest with Mya. Today I am having a conversation with actor Mya Lowe. You've seen Mya in the shows My Life with the Walter Boys, Fakes, and Yellow Jackets. She is in the upcoming Fox show Murder in a Small Town, which is premiering tonight, so be sure to check it out. Thank you so much for being on my show. I'm so excited to be talking with you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here today.
Yeah, so let's get started. So you play uh Corporal Edwina Yin in the new show Murder in a Small Town. What drew you to the role?
Playing Edwina was definitely something totally different from anything I'd done before. Like in the shows you mentioned there, I'm playing younger, I'm playing high school. And something I loved about this role was that it challenged me to play a bit older and a bit more of a mature, also a professional. So someone who has a serious job and something that isn't really taken lightly. So I was super interested in playing this role because of that. And I'm so happy that it all worked out because playing Edwina was one of my favorite experiences I've had so far.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Um, yeah, so who has had the biggest impact on the person you have become?
I would definitely say specifically my mom. Um, she actually works in law, which is funny, and she's actually born and raised in the place where we shot Murder in a Small Town, Gibsons, BC. She has a huge role in the person I am today. I'm very similar to her. I talk to her all the time, and I get her advice on so many things. And uh, I'm really inspired by the woman that she is. She's so graceful and fair in the work that she does, and she's so loving and selfless. So I would definitely say my mom.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Yeah, so what genre of movie would your life story be told as?
That's a good question. Oh my gosh. I'll combine, I'll say a dramedy. I'll say comedy and drama together. That's also one of my favorite genres. But I would say there's a lot of really funny things. But there's also, those intense,
Yeah.
more serious moments. But I'm in a place now where I feel like the two have come together really nicely. So I'll say a dramedy.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love dramedies. So
Yeah, they're so fun. Yeah.
they are. Yeah. Um, yeah, I one of my favorite genres is rom-coms. So
Yeah.
I want my life to be a rom-com and a musical. So
Oh, that's so, yeah. Rom-coms are the best. No, I absolutely
yeah.
agree. I think everyone wants to live in a rom-com. I feel like that's
Yeah.
so ideal.
Yeah. Definitely. Um, so what is the biggest obstacle you've overcome?
Hmm, that's a good question as well. I'd say when it comes to obstacles, I feel like one thing I've overcome in certain ways, I still think it's something I'm always working on is my anxiety. And that can show up on set sometimes, that can show up in auditions, that can show up just in regular life. Um, so I definitely think that that's something that I've overcome in certain ways. I think it was a lot harder when I was a kid, but I've come to be able to be way more comfortable with it and open about it too. I talk about it, and that has definitely helped me in that. But I definitely say that that's something I'm still working on, but I've been able to overcome it in many situations, and now, especially when it comes to work, I'm able to kind of dial in and push that over to the side now. So
Well, that's amazing. That's really impressive because I am still working on that. So that's very impressive.
The work in progress, always,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah. 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 So if you had to pick any character in a book, movie, or TV show who is most similar to you, who would you choose and why?
You choose and why? Oh, oh my gosh. That's a good question. I don't know why immediately my mind went to Harry Potter, but it did. Um, and but not Harry Potter himself, but I'm thinking in that realm. Um, I think I love Hermione, and I love her wit and her intelligence. In a way, she actually reminds me a little bit of Edwina in certain ways. But I think that how she leads with her heart and with her logic, I think that I can relate to that, and having that be like a priority of mine, and being so caring of the people around you. So I guess I'd say her.
Oh, I love that.
I don't think I've ever said that before, but it just came to mind immediately. So I'm gonna follow that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I love that. I think, yeah, there has to be a reason that that's the first character you think
yeah,
of.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things when I just find a character to like really relate to. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Are there
yeah.
any specific characters that you really relate to or you really
Um,
like?
there's there's a lot. There's different characters that I relate to for different reasons.
Mhm.
Um, so like one of them is there's a show called Alexa and Katie that I love, that the character Alexa.
Mhm.
Uh, there's a couple characters that come to mind, but she's one of them that yeah, I can relate to her.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've watched some episodes of that show, so I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am obsessed with that show. I rewatch it all the time.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's yeah, definitely a comfort show of mine.
Mhm. Mhm.
Huh. Yeah, so what is something people are always surprised to learn about you?
Um, I would say that I'm a hip hop dancer. I guess that now that I've gotten into acting, I feel like that was actually what got me into the industry was dance. So when I kind of tell people like, oh, actually, I used to dance on set and I used to compete all the time. That was kind of my start with performing. People are usually kind of surprised to hear that, especially hip hop. I mean, it's a pretty like, it's so awesome. It's so high energy, uh, and I love watching it too. So I would say that's definitely something that people are surprised to learn about me.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. I'm always so impressed with people who can dance because I can't. So
Yeah, anyone can learn. That's what I always say. But yeah, it is such a cool activity.
yeah, that's so cool. Yeah. So what in sorry, my dog's in here
Oh, that's
with
okay.
me.
Oh, what kind of dog do you have?
She is a Plot Hound boxer mix.
Oh, cute. Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. I love dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the best, but right now she's making a lot of noise. So,
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah. I love her though. She's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite thing in the world.
They're the best.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So, what in your life brings you the most joy?
I definitely say my family. I think that that's something I can always count on to make me so happy. Um, I still have you here, right? I think I lost you.
Yes, I am so sorry. My dog, well,
You gotta,
I had
no,
to
I kind of figured.
take her out of the room. I'm so
No, you're
sorry
all
about
good.
that.
No, no worries. No, I just want to make sure I didn't lose you. Um,
Yeah.
I would definitely say though my family, that is something I'm so close with my parents and my two sisters and my dog as well. I have a dog named Elmo. He
Oh,
brings me a lot of joy. Yeah, he's a Havanese. He's like the sweetest little thing. And he turns 13 this month. So he's getting older, but he brings me so much joy. And whenever I go home and visit my family, it's just the best reset. I love it.
I love that.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm really close with my family as well. So there is we all get to just be together. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so when you have a day off, what would your perfect day look like?
Hmm. I would say I love walking. It's like really important to me that I have time in the day to go for a walk. Um, so I love like getting up, making breakfast. Um, and a lot of days I do this way too often, but I'll go on a walk and I'll go get like a nice coffee somewhere, like a nice matcha somewhere. And that makes me so happy. And um, yeah, being by the ocean is a big deal for me. I grew up in British Columbia, so I was like surrounded by ocean. And yeah, I love like nature, just being in nature. I feel like that's like the perfect day for me. Doing that with friends is like really important to me. So
Yeah.
that's what I
Oh,
do.
I love that. I think that all sounds great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the best. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a great day. I would want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I just think it's really good to have time on your own. And I feel like nature is the one thing that everyone can be really present in.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard when you're not outside a lot to stay present because you're just, on your phone or on your computer or watching TV. And that's fine too, but it's good to get outside.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Um, so I am pop culture obsessed and go in stages of shows that I cannot stop watching.
Mhm.
Is there a show that you are currently obsessed with?
Yes, I'm really bad about I binge, but I will then start another show in the middle of it. So I've got like quite a few shows going on right now. I'm almost done Succession. And that to me is like such a dream show. When I watch it, I'm like, oh, this is like an actor's dream. So that's a show I really love. The Bear is also awesome. I feel like that's a super popular one, but uh, I really am like such a fan of good cinematography and good writing. And I feel like those are two shows that have it all. And then also amazing actors too. So I'd say those two shows. Also, just like my favorite show ever is New Girl.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
that's my comfort show. If I were to say a comfort show, that's definitely it. And I have rewatched that so many times. And if it's late at night and I just kind of want to watch something before bed, I'll just like throw on a random episode of it. And yeah, it gets me in a good mood.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, New
Mhm.
Girl is one of my comfort shows too.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's so good. Yeah.
it is. Yeah, I've interviewed a couple people from the show.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, they all seem great. I've like watched interviews of them too, just
Yeah.
because I'm like such a fan and they all seem so funny and so cool.
Yeah. The people I've interviewed definitely, yeah. And they are, and they definitely all seem that way.
Oh, great. Yeah, they all
Yeah.
seem like so much like their characters too. Like I feel like
Yeah.
they're all casted really well.
Yeah. They
Mhm.
are. Yeah. Um, do you have any irrational fears?
Ooh. Okay. I won't say these are irrational because I think it's super fair, but I really don't like spiders. I really don't. And I've been trying to work on this, but being in open water, so like on an
Mm.
ocean or even in a lake, sometimes I find if I were to like swim in open water, I start to panic. I'm pretty afraid of like a lot of sea mammals. So
Mm.
like I'm pretty afraid of like whales even. But that's something I'm trying to work through. I feel like if I were to just go on a good whale watching tour or just kind of get out on the water more, um, I could get past it. With spiders, I don't see that changing.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna hate them and just be scared of
Yeah.
them. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I hate spiders too. So
I know. And I know they're more scared of us, but I don't like how they move. And
yeah,
yeah, I can't
either.
stand
Yeah.
them.
So yeah, me either. I get anxiety when I see one, and then
Mhm.
like my anxiety heightens when then it disappears because I
Yeah.
like where'd it go?
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was driving yesterday with a friend and there was one spider like crawling around and he got it. And then like 1 minute later, he's like, oh my God, there's another. And there was just like another one right there. And it was like the exact same kind. And then I started getting the fear that they're just everywhere in my car or like there's some nest or something. I don't know. It freaked me out. Totally freaked me out.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I would have been so freaked out with that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when I would have just pulled over and gotten out of the car and walked away.
Well, yeah, that's what I wanted, but my friend was driving and he just kept going, so
Yeah.
I was stuck with it.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so, what song best describes your life right now?
Aw. Well, I saw a poster in your background there for Taylor
Yeah.
Swift,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm seeing her on my birthday in
Oh.
December for the Eras tour. So I'm so excited. But um, one song I'd say right now that I feel like is a good description is Daylight. I love that song. And it's just, I'm in a really like a positive, fun place right now. And I think that that's kind of where I land is with that
Yeah.
song.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Did you see her
Yeah,
on tour?
I did. Yeah, my family and I went to see her when she was in Denver.
Oh, that's amazing. Did you have a
Yeah,
good
but
time?
yes, we did. It was so much fun.
Oh, yeah. I've seen so many clips of it and I just grew up listening to her. And for me, it just
Yeah,
takes me back to being like 15 years old again.
yeah,
So that's why like I'm so excited to see her because it makes me like my inner child is really
yeah,
happy about
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I love that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm gonna go crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so if you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's a hard question. I've never been, that's a good one because I haven't heard that one before. You know what? I would say it's cliche, but I would say small but feisty. I'd say
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I think I definitely have like a very feisty side to me that
Yeah,
not everyone sees, but it can come out sometimes. And I love it. It's great for acting. But yeah,
yeah,
I think that that's something. But
yeah, I love that. Yeah. Um, so, what, sorry,
no, you're okay.
everything is falling right now. So, sorry about that.
No, don't apologize. No worries.
Um, so what motivates you on days you aren't really feeling it?
Motivates me. You know, I will say, like, I have a very close group of friends around me, and they're people that I can kind of go to at any point, thankfully. And I've definitely had days on set even where it's just not working for me. And kind of my first instinct will be to either text one of my best friends or text my mom, or maybe FaceTime a friend and like catch up with them. And I feel like just being kind of brought back down to earth and reminding myself that I have really good people around me makes it so much better. And like we were talking about before with anxiety, sometimes it just kind of spirals into something that it really doesn't need to be. And thankfully, I have friends that totally know that about me and understand it. Some of them have anxiety too. So I'm really grateful to have people around me that I can go to. And I think that that always motivates me to kind of just push through and finish the day. And it never ends up being as bad as it feels, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Yeah. So what show or movie do you find yourself quoting more often than you'd like?
Do I find myself watching or like
Quoting.
quoting?
Yeah.
Oh, oh my gosh. New Girl, I do quote a lot.
Yeah.
I only do it with people that watch New Girl because it's very
Yeah.
niche.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like a lot of Nick quotes and just like the behavior of Schmidt.
Yeah.
I Yeah, I just feel like that's just so fun to do.
Yeah.
So I would say New Girl, definitely. I mean, The Office always has like awesome quotes too.
Yeah.
So I would say that.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quote one of there's a couple shows that I quote um a lot that not everybody gets. Most people get Friends.
Mhm.
That's one of the ones I
Oh
quote
yeah, Friends is
a
great.
lot. Yeah. And then I quote the show Will and Grace like all the time.
Oh
Um,
yes.
and
Yeah, yeah.
I love that show. I rewatch that all the time. Um,
I need to
and
watch that. Sorry, I'm plugging now.
yeah,
I'm moving around. Yeah, because I have to plug
oh,
my
it's okay.
laptop in.
Oh, that's okay.
We're both
Yeah.
all over the
Yeah.
place. There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, yeah, and
Um,
most of the people I quote Will and Grace too haven't seen the show, so then I have to explain to them that
right,
I'm
right.
quoting Will and Grace. So
Oh, I need to watch it. I need to watch it. I've heard such good things about it.
yeah. Oh, it's the best.
Oh,
I just constantly have scenes from that show that just play on a loop in my head.
oh, okay. I'll definitely, now you've
Yeah.
inspired me. I'll definitely give that a watch.
Okay. Oh, yay. You'll have to let me know what you think.
I will. I will.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so I just have one more question for you.
Hmm.
I love inspiring and motivational quotes. And this week, the quotation that spoke to me is imagine all of the past versions of yourself standing right in front of you. They are all smiling, looking back at you. They are so proud of you. Is there a quotation that has inspired you lately?
Oh, that's a beautiful quote, first of all. That's really sweet. Um, something over the last few days I've been thinking about was like um the Serenity Prayer. So like oh my gosh, now I'm gonna pull it up because I don't want to butcher it and it's a really lovely reminder. Serenity Prayer. So grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Um, I love that one because I think, especially having anxiety, I want to control so many things, and I really don't like the uncertainty of things. But this is just a nice reminder that there's so much that's out of our control, and you're gonna just like be killing yourself trying to control all these things that you have no control over. So, just reminding myself that uh, accept the things that you can't, change what you can, and then understand the difference between those. I love that quote. And I think about that pretty often.
Yeah. Oh, I love that one.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was my final question for you. I would just love to keep talking with you. You're awesome. So
Oh, you're great. No, this has been so much fun. I've had such a good
thank
time.
you. Me too.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so thank you so much for joining me. I so appreciate your taking the time. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much for having me. You've been lovely. And yeah, have a great rest of your
Thank
day
you.
as well.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Yeah. And that's a wrap on today's edition of The Latest with Mya.